there's one. You know, Dennis, that's what's nice about fishing these little portages, right? Hi, I'm Darryl Choronzey, and I'm with a real good friend of mine, Denis Bester from Owen Sound, and we're catching hammer-handled pike.
And 4-pound walleye.
3.5, but we'll go say 4.
We'll say 4, I got it.
Stay with us, we're going fishing.
I'm going fishing all the time, and my baby's going fishing too. Bet your life that your sweet wife can catch more fish than you. Any fish will bite if you got the right bait. Now here's a little something that I'd like to relate. With my pole and my line, I'm going fishing. Yes, I'm going fishing. My baby's going fishing too.
Going Fishing with Darryl Choronzey is brought to you in part by Ontario, more to discover, Yamaha Motor Canada, and by Abu Garcia. Closed captioning of Going Fishing is brought to you by Fish Crisp. Here at Going Fishing, we found that it's not always about catching the biggest fish in the lake. In fact, to many, fishing Ontario's north is just about having the chance to get away from the frustrations found in everyday life. When most guests arrive at a fishing lodge, they usually ask their guides to take them to the best fishing holes on the lake. Today, Darryl Choronzey and his good fishing buddy Denis Bester have requested that their Cree guides take them on a boat ride to do a little exploring. To these guys, a great day is sometimes just sitting back and enjoying their wilderness surroundings. Today, Bester and Choronzey are searching out the many secrets that Deer Lake in northwestern Ontario has to offer, and at the same time, seek out enough walleye and pike to satisfy the gang for shore lunch later in the day.
I got you by a couple inches, but it's going to be a long day. I can just tell.
Listen, I think we're going to be passing each other all day on these fish. There's enough of them around here.
You can throw it down that way, too.
No, because I know where the fish are, right off that rock. Mr. Bester, you picked one up there.
This little
A green bungee.
green bungee is kicking some
butt.
today.
Now, look at how bright that green is.
Green with a
Fluorescent red head.
red
right?
head. Yeah. Working great.
She's awful. It's a hot color for this dark water, you know that? Dennis and I had the underwater camera out and we were trolling for lake trout yesterday, right? And when we put the camera down, we automatically found out that we could only see 4 feet.
4 feet. Yeah.
On a clear body of water, you can see up to 15 feet with this camera, and we were limited to 4 feet. That means you've got to use a grub that these walleye can see. So you've got that hot green on there, right?
Hot green, and they seem to like it.
And I've got the white.
I just missed another one.
We'll lay off for a while. I want to see if my white's going to work.
Got another one,
Dennis?
Franz?
Yeah, guess what? When I get this fish to the boat, I'll show you what I did. They didn't want that red real quick, right? They seemed to just turn right off that red all of a sudden.
You know what
And
you know?
I went with that yellow gold again, right?
Right on.
A nice release, eh?
Real nice release. There goes my shore lunch.
What they did, Dennis, we pulled in here, and I had the red head on it. It was bang, 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 and then it was a long pause there before we were getting hits. So I thought I'm just going to throw the gold on.
Don't forget, we need some fish for shore lunch, buddy.
Okay. Well, we'll keep them from now on.
Great. Well, I've got the yellow on too. I think I've got the same thing on as you do.
That was pretty quick. That thing just hit the water, and it was on it.
Bang.
Getting There is brought to you by Ontario, more to discover. Anglers leaving Toronto can drive north on Highway 400 and then on to the Trans-Canada Highway 11 to Pasha Lake Cottages, located just west of Jellicoe, Ontario. American anglers crossing the border just west of Thunder Bay follow the hour ride north on Highway 11 to Pasha Lake Cottages, located just a few miles east of Beardmore, Ontario. The second route into the country from Sault Ste. Marie means driving east on Highway 17 to the town of Nipigon, where you can catch the Trans-Canada east to Beardmore.
Dennis, you got one? I got one. Hey. Oh, I got a pike. Look at this. What do you got, a pike or a walleye?
I'm not sure. I got a pike. What do you got?
I got a pike.
Do you?
I got a
Look at this thing jump.
Dennis? I want to watch I don't fall into the
A
rapids.
double header on a small pike.
Yep. I want to make sure I don't fall into the rapids.
Isn't this nice here?
Dennis, I'm going to tell you what, because it's so pretty, right? Let's catch a bunch for shore lunch.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yep.
Dennis, I can stand here and catch fish right here. Gives me the chance to get out of the boat, right? And have some fun. And Dennis, great shore lunch.
And a great shore lunch, and you never know, there could be walleye in here too.
Well, we might pick some walleye, but we only made 2 casts and we got 2 pike.
Casts, yeah.
Let's have some fun.
Let's do it.
Where's your pliers? They're in my back pocket right there. I'm going to pass these over to our guides. You know how to clean these? Yeah. Let's have pike for short lunch. Okay? Tell you what, Donnie, I like pike better than walleye.
Here, hand him that.
Don't hand them to me, hand them to the guide.
There you go.
Scent-impregnated plastic jigs have always proven to be more effective than the plain plastic worms, tails, and tubes marketed by the rest of the tackle industry. The enhanced formula of these newer baits not only attracts fish by appealing to their keen sense of smell, but also encourages fish to hold on to the baits many times longer than old original plastics. Now we have even brighter colors in the new versions. These hot ideas offer not only the effectiveness of scent, but also create a more vivid underwater presentation. The latest introductions in plastic are the ability for bait to recoil during retrieve. Now we have a combination of the enhanced formula of power attractants, bright colors, and the addition of movement. The fish just don't stand a chance.
Another one, Cron.
Yeah?
Another pike, a little bigger. Still got it on the
You know,
old,
there must be hundreds of them sitting in that water.
all hundreds of them.
Like we're picking one up almost every cast. Did you get him out of the real fast water or the back eddy?
I just threw it right in the main current, just let it drift it down through and bang.
You know, what Dennis and I did was, we started this morning, we were fishing a river, and we asked our guide, take us to some interesting places. And he said, well, we can go down the river and there's a portage. Well, we're not going to go down the portage, I don't think. We might, but we're just right at the portage, and all we're doing is casting into the current. And the pike can't get up and the walleye can't get up, but what they are is they're bottlenecked down here. It's an ideal place to fish. I'm putting this little jig down here. Look at these pike trying to hit this lure. Watch yourself.
There's got to be hundreds in here.
There are, you know what? It's a pike factory.
It's a pike factory.
Now, they're only hammer handles, right?
Yeah.
But we wanted to get in someplace for shore lunch, right?
Exactly.
And you got it. Well, you got a walleye there. You got a walleye
I
there.
got a walleye here, boy.
Here, you take the pike and I'll fight the walleye. Well, I'll tell you what, buddy. Put the grip on him, I don't want to lose him. Dennis, we can get a mixed bag of walleye and pike, right? And we don't have to go anywhere.
Shore lunch.
No sitting in the boats or anything else.
No.
Okay, you take these back to our guides and I'll rig up again.
Okay. Sounds good.
I'll help you.
Hey, you might as well throw this in your pocket while you're going.
Hey, Dennis, I got another one for you to take back over.
You're going to have to give me a cab. Okay, you take that one. I wouldn't mind catching one here.
Dennis, northern pike, right? The best shore lunch meal in the world.
As long as you get the bones out, they're great. And you know what?
And the guides can do that pretty easy.
You guys can do that first. Because I don't know how to do it.
I'm going to let this guy go. He's too small for the frying pan. And again, we don't have to take the time to revive these fish. They're in and out of the water, and as soon as they hit the water, they're gone. They're safe, they're growing, they're waiting for us next year. Did you get one yet?
As a matter of fact, I do have one on, Darryl.
Dennis, you know, they're not in the real fast water because the fish is like a person. He's smart. He's not going to go where he's got to spend a lot of energy. But they're just sitting in these side eddies.
Right at the edge.
So the trick is, throw it into the corner of the rapids, bring it back in across the side eddies, you're going to catch fish.
Yeah, you're right, Darryl. As soon as they drop into that slower water right at the edge there, that's when they see you smack it.
Don't fall in there, because I don't want to have to go into the eddy to get you with the fish.
I just down, my shoelace is untied. And I think I better fix that or I'm going to go for a spill.
Going Fishing returns in a moment.
Dennis, if I slip a little, you go in swimming.
Now we're on the other side of the rapids here.
Well, we thought we'd leave our guides to make shore lunch, right?
Right on.
And this is the way to go, I'll tell you. Now again, we're not after big fish. This is just a staging area for any type of fish. They can be big pike, they can be small pike, they can be big walleye, they can be small walleye, right?
Right on.
But are we catching fish?
We're catching fish and we're having lots of fun.
All right, that's what I was gonna say. Are we having fun?
We're getting shore lunch for the boys and the girls.
Well, they're all in for a surprise because everybody's got this misimpression that pike don't taste good. I'll eat pike over walleye.
We got Donnie over
There's
there.
another one, Dennis.
Oh,
and hey,
got another one.
this one feels, and I could be
All right,
wrong.
Okay, you're hogging the hunt.
No, this could be a walleye. I could be wrong. Okay, let's see. I think I said to you, what do we
Could be
got?
a walleye.
Got a
And
walleye.
you're right, it's a
hey?
walleye.
What did I say? Let's
call.
go over and
Good
see
call.
if we can get some walleye. I'm gonna,
Good. Oh,
nice
nice one,
walleye,
too.
Dennis.
Nice
Hey?
walleye.
Now, that's maybe even a little better than average eating size up here. Once again, what we did, my good buddy Denis Bester and I got up this morning. We said to the guides, let's do something else. Where can we go, eh? And he says, I says, you got a good river here. And he says, yeah, a couple portages. All we did was get to the portage. We haven't even made it yet. I don't even think we will today.
We got about a 6 or 7 foot drop off here where the rapids come across here. And the walleye and the pike are just laying right in here, so.
Dennis,
great.
I'll tell you what, you could sit here all day and catch 1,000 fish.
Well, let's
you
do
know?
it. Whoa, whoa.
The Canadian wilderness is crisscrossed with a multitude of rivers and lakes. In fact, it was these water systems that allowed our country to be explored in the late 1700s and on through the next 2 centuries. Still, traveling by water is not always a case of lazily drifting down a river or motoring across a calm lake. Many times we are faced with rapids and waterfalls, and in turn the task of portaging. Today, the task has been made easier with the aid of a Cree-designed chute and hoist system. This portage location at the headwaters of the Severn River system is also an excellent example of just what many anglers can expect when fishing fast water obstacles. Waterfalls and rapids that slow navigation for humans also halts fish movement as well. While the guides are carrying out the task of negotiating a waterfall or stretch of fast water, don't be afraid to pull out the rods, tie on the lures, and enjoy some fast-paced action.
Oh, Choronzey,
You like that hot spot, eh?
we're back into the walleye again.
You know what? It is a walleye.
That's about, oh, that's a nice walleye.
Then it's kind of funny. You know what happens? Bring it up. The walleye, you'd think, would be in these slower eddies. We were getting more on the other side, and we come over here, right? We were getting a lot of pike. That's a nice fish.
It is a nice fish.
Dandy fish.
The belly
Look at the
on
teeth
it.
on him. Well, how can you see the belly? Let's see the belly.
Fish fry?
Fish fry. Our boys are over there cleaning fish right now. You've just got to get the fish to them somehow.
On the other side of those rapids?
Sure.
Okay.
How good can you swim?
I think we'll just wait till we get a few, then I'll take them over.
Now, here's something that's interesting here. The local Crees would much rather eat walleye than pike. And they also know that I would much rather eat pike than walleye. And they're not really happy, about cleaning up all these pike for us. They would rather be out walleye fishing. And actually, we are walleye fishing in a way.
They're a little tougher to clean, but they're well worth it when they're
they're
when they're in the
great.
frying pan.
There's
Oh, you got one.
Yeah.
What do you got,
Look at the
pike?
minnows jumping. I got a feeling just the way it went off, it was a pike. I mean, Dennis, this is really, really something up here. It's, I would say, the land of 1,000 casts and 900 fish. And you're not going to catch a lot of big northerns here. You could catch some big walleye right here, but they're hammer handles. But I said, let's go and catch some northerns for shore lunch. And the interesting part is we started out with grubs, and Dennis started getting them on worms. And I said, it's fine. I've nipped the end of the worm off just a little so I can stick it in the nose, and get a shorter body. Dennis, it seems that anything that we're going to present to these fish, they're going to hit.
Yeah, they seem to like the longer tail. Like we're losing some fish with the long tail, but we're also catching a lot though.
It's more of an attraction out there.
Exactly.
And this water's dark.
And now for the Montana's Cookhouse tip of the week. Never pass up the chance to fish a portage location. Obstructions that halt boat traffic often also hold and concentrate schools of fish.
You know, I'm with a real good friend of mine, Dave McAlpine. McAlpine Meats in Burlington, right? Now, Dave, I've been in the trade, I don't want to say how many years, but too many years, right?
Join the club.
Do you want to know the honest truth? I've gone through so many knives, and I'm probably like most anglers. I really don't know how to properly sharpen a knife. And I thought, what's better? I'm going to bring Mr. Butcher in, and we're going to show you how to sharpen knives. Now, real quick, before we even talk to sharpeners, I can't mention brand names, but I've got a Rapella style knife,
Yes.
right? Got a Groman style knife?
Yes.
Out of Nova Scotia?
Yes.
And I've got a commercial knife. Now, the commercial knives are more what the commercial fishermen and the commercial filleting houses use to clean their fish.
Yes.
Okay, so we've got the 3 style knives, right?
Yes.
Now, Dave, of the 3, which ones do you prefer?
I prefer the Groman style fillet knife. It does the best job. It will hold an edge very nicely.
Okay, you're the man. Now I can talk sharpening, okay?
Okay.
When I was here, you were doing the steels. Do the steels. Show me how you do it.
Okay. Pick up a steel. Hold your thumb back from the guard. What you do is you're taking a thin slice off either side of the steel at about a 10 to 15 degree angle. Not an awful lot of pressure, just nice.
Now, will that sharpen it what you're doing, or do you have to? No, speed it up. Let's see it. You know,
Yes,
I don't want my head near the blade. You said you keep your thumb back, right?
Keep my thumb back from the guard. You can see where the guard is gouged now from where blades have hit it.
I really don't want to get in-depth in steel, but each one of them sharpen knives.
Each one sharpens the knife great. It's personal preference. That's all it is.
Have you got a favorite?
Yes, I do. I do definitely prefer the oval shaped. It works just as well as any.
I think because it's got a bigger thumb guard.
You're right there too.
Okay, so we've got the steels. Okay, and those are your favorite ways of sharpening knives, I would imagine, right? On the job, you're cracking away at it.
Truthfully, I start off with the oil stone in the morning, and then I stay with the steel the rest of the
Okay,
day.
now real quick, Dave, you've got 2 types of stones. You got a wet stone, you got an oil stone. What's the difference?
I use water with this one, and I use oil with this one.
Okay, why water and why oil?
Water is strictly availability. Oil does a better job. Water works great.
It's the same idea, though, right?
It's the same idea.
I'm going to tell you what. Get some oil on there and sharpen a knife for me. I'm just going to move these out of the way.
Certainly.
Now, is it got anything to do with that little squiggly? No.
No.
I thought that was a McAlpine secret or something.
No. Then it's a matter of holding the blade at approximately 15 to 17 degrees, sliding it up and down, flip the blade, slide it up and down.
Now, Dave, does it matter, like, the number of times you have on each side? Should it be equal on each side? If you're going to do 4, you do 4?
It should be equal to avoid curling the edge of the knife.
Now, Dave, one final thing. We've done the steel and we've done the stone. Most anglers walk into a tackle shop these days, right? And the knife manufacturers put out sharpeners. There's one, and there's another one. Are they worth the money?
Yes, definitely. As long as you use them on a regular basis. They're no good if they sit in a drawer or a tackle box. They've got to be used.
What you're telling me, though, is the knife has to be fairly sharp when you're going to use them, am I right?
It will bring back the edge. They will sharpen, but you use them on a regular basis and they're good.
Now, Dave, this one here has got 2 ceramic rods in it, right? This one here has got 2 tungsten blades.
Yes.
Okay, take the red one. I want to see you sharpen, but watch it, there's no thumb guard.
Okay. Take it, draw the knife through 3 times. It's done.
It's done. So if you're doing fish, okay, the company you buy the knife off a lot of time has this little sharpener. You're cleaning fish, say you do 3 or 4 fish, then you should give it 3 and then clean some more fish. Every fish?
Every fish.
And what you're saying, if the knife gets really dull, you're going to have to go to the stone or something else, or the
stone
right?
is the best.
Okay. So remember, when you're cleaning a salmon, right after you're through cleaning the salmon, give it 3.
Before and after.
Before and after. And watch your thumbs, because there's no thumb guards. I'll tell you what. Let's go. We're not that far from Lake Ontario. Let's go fishing. What do you
You
think?
got it.
Let's
I'd
go
love
for
to.
it. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. All hammer handles in here.
You got one there, Crown?
I got one, Mr. Bester.
Guess what? I've got one also.
You know, Dennis, it's cast after cast. How many double hitters did you say?
I'd say about, this has got to be 35 or 36 double hitters.
Dennis, look at the difference in the colors.
Yeah, look at that. That one there's a lot
more yellow,
green
you
and
know?
yellow and everything else. This one here is just pure
Now,
white belly.
before you throw that back, hold that up. Look at the tail on this fish. Like, he's missing 3/4 of his tail. And Dennis, you know where that came from? Not from wearing it down on rocks. There's just so many fish out here. And I think, like, you've got to understand this. You can go on a northern trip and you can go hunt the big ones all day. And you're going to catch, you know, a couple hundred big fish. Or you can come in here like we did and we said, look, let's just relax, no long boat rides. Let's go to a little bit of scenic beauty, right? And catch a lot of fish.
You're not going to get trophy fish in here in this section of the lake, but you're going to have a lot of fun.
We're having a ton of fun, eh?
Lots of fun and some good fish fries coming up.
The way these pike are breaking us off, I'm going to get you to just tie my jigs for the rest of the day. How's that?
Yeah, we've got to come up with a better way of tying these jigs on.
Going Fishing returns with Shore Lunch.
Dennis, we got the potatoes and the onions, we've got the fish, and we've got the beans. Is anything better than Paradise in the North?
Well, today we're doing walleye and pike, so it gets better than yesterday. We just did walleye yesterday.
Well, and we've discussed this already. What tastes better, the walleye or the pike?
Well, I don't know. I'm going to try and tell the difference between the walleye and the pike, but you tell me there is no difference, so.
I really don't think. I mean, they're both phenomenal meals, and they're both done by great cooks in the North, so we'll find out.
They're basically from the same family, right? The walleye and pike.
And nothing tastes better than a meal cooked in the North.
Shore lunch is the way to go. That's the best part of the trip, really.
To me, it is.
Me too.
Mr. Bester, what do you think? Is this paradise?
This is paradise.
You know, we've got a nice lake, a nice river.
We've got the waterfalls right behind us.
We got our Cree guides cooking. Now listen, I got my potatoes and onions. I got my corn. I got my beans. I got my walleye, and I got my pike.
Sorry, you got your walleye and you've got your pike.
No, I think that's my walleye, and I think this is my pike.
Well, we'll find out.
Let's just try a little piece. Fingers only in the North, eh?
I'll try the fork. That's pike.
That's walleye.
Whatever.
You can't really tell, can you? It's that good.
Can't. No, it's excellent.
The fishing's great, the food's great, and the companionship's great.
It is so.
So we're gonna finish this and we're gonna go fishing.
We're going to head down the rapids there and get some more walleye and
Pike,
more pike.
but not down the rapids. We're going down the portage.
Oh, we're going down the portage.
Let's go for it.
Going Fishing has been brought to you by Yamaha Motor Canada, Montana's Cookhouse, and by Berkeley Trilene. Going Fishing would like to thank the following fine sponsors.
Going fishing, baby smiling my way, gonna have a great day, no competition. Going fishing, going fishing. We'll be gone, but not for too long. Going fishing, we'll be